Hello, everyone, Randy here playing Farming Simulator 19 on Nowhere, Kansas, where we got just a small little cotton harvest going on here at the moment. We just got a couple cotton harvesters going on this field. Again, if you're not familiar with Nowhere, Kansas, 16x map, so 16 times bigger than a normal sized map here. So you take Ravenport or one of those maps there. This map is 16 times bigger, so 4 Ravenports by 4 Ravenports. 4 1x maps by 4 1x maps there. So yeah, 16x map. So this field here, everyone, is equivalent to a 4x size map almost. Not quite, but real close to it. So this entire field here, this entire field is almost the size of a 4x map. 4x. Just for compare, like Stone Valley, if you're following us along on the multiplayer series there over on Twitch, again, Stone Valley is a 4x map. So the entirety, think about this, everyone. Again, some of you folks that haven't played on a map of this size, I don't think you can let this sink in. The entire Stone Valley map can fit almost, not quite, almost inside of this field. Inside of this field, everyone, Stone Valley. And then, of course, inside of this field, you can also put 4 entire Ravenport maps, or pick the other, many other standard-sized maps, right? So, again, for any console users watching, as far as I know, the biggest map you can have on the console is a 1x map. You can't have any larger than that. You can have smaller than that. Well, I don't think they go any smaller than that, though, either. I think a 1x map is a 1x map. What the mod author can obviously do is only use part of a 1x map. So in that regards, you could have a smaller map. But again, the biggest on the console is a 1x map. So anyway, so far harvest is going along quite smoothly here. Harvester says it's got an hour left yet. Seems to be counting down rather slow. I'm not sure why that is, because I think it was about an hour last episode there as well. But anyway, yeah, so we got 64 cotton harvesters going on this field, in case you didn't see the last episode or two here. Yeah, 64 cotton harvesters on this field. Yeehaw. Oh, and to see they get closer together once, so that would make sense, I guess, wouldn't it? Yeah, because as they get closer to the end here, it doesn't take them as long to turn around, so they're staying a little bit closer together. They're getting more spaced out here as they have to turn around. They've got to wait, so that's why the further out we get here, and that's why they're spaced out further, so that's what's going on there. Vehicle convoy, they are set up to be 100 meters apart. I could probably make that closer, but that would require me to go to all 64 of these harvesters and change that number, and that ain't going to happen. So we're just going to leave it where it's at. It's fine. That's actually kind of cool. Look at all the cotton bales just like lined up in a row there. And you can see, looks like one here apparently is in an odd cycle. So yeah, that's kind of cool. If it wasn't for the fact that the first 16 harvesters are old, we probably would have almost 64 cotton bales lined up here, real close anyway. Gotta say again, it's kind of cool watching this many harvesters on one field. And again, when you do a harvest of this size, you have to have almost have to have a field of this size to do. I mean, even these are obviously not the biggest of harvesters, only 6 meters wide. Everyone, and yeah, 64 of them. If we were to put 64 combines on this field, that would be well. First off, I don't think you could do it. I'm not sure how you would be able to do it with Courseplay. At least not on one course, anyway. The most you could potentially, if we do 12, 30, that'd be 32, maybe? Would probably be 32 harvesters. Oh, wait, that's not giving away any hints there, is it? I mean, no, of course not. Good. Wouldn't want to give away any hints there as to what we got coming up for the next field. And as a reminder here, too, everyone, don't forget to a little harvest mini challenge here with myself and Thomas McConsole. So again, make sure you check out his as well. See what kind of shenanigans he's up to over there. Just make sure you give your psychiatrist a call there before you head over there. Your psychiatrist won't appreciate it otherwise, you know. It's interesting how these harvesters actually have the cotton bale just hanging on, riding along on the back there. I always thought that seems a little weird to me. I get you might want to hang on to it and drop it off in an appropriate spot, but just leave it on the back like that seems a little odd. I mean, it seems to me, you know, a heavy old cotton bale like that, I want to get that off the back as soon as possible, but it's not the way the hired workers do it. And again, everyone, like I said, again, with my consoles there, don't forget to check out his video. I'm not sure where he's at in harvesting here. Last video I watched, he was not up to the cotton field here yet, so I'm, of course, really curious to see what and how my console's going to be handling this field. I don't know if he has the John Deere cotton harvesters or not, so... And if he doesn't, hopefully that means he'll maybe try something different. Because, you know, of course, it's fun to see someone else do or try something different here. And don't forget, too, everyone, if you'd like to join us in on this challenge, I have linked my save game. The save game is at the harvestable stage on the map there. So that is linked down below, along with my Courseplay courses. Use at your own risk. So just a warning there, using RDAllen's Courseplay courses. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. That being said, everyone, Courseplay has actually been treating us fairly well here as of late. Although we did have to downgrade versions here to get this field to work, because again, I don't know, something's just too broken in the newer version of Courseplay there. Yeah, something's busted. Put it that way. Don't tell your English teacher I said that. Again, I got to say, what I really enjoy doing, everyone, is looking at this map here and just watching them go. It's like, oh yeah, that is kind of cool. Kind of cool. Anyway, rather than just staring at the cotton harvest this entire episode, we're going to hop over to the soybean field. I'm not going to do a whole lot with this here yet. I do have some combines over here waiting and ready to go. I do want to get this out of the way here a minute. Use the shop delivery mod in here. And I guess it takes the orientation you're standing here as well. First time I've ever actually used that mod here on this. And what I found, by the way, is that it interferes, or Seasons mod interferes with it, whichever way you want to look at it. In order to use the shop delivery mod, you gotta do Shift Alt S. Actually, no, let me make sure I get this right here a minute. Let me back this one up here. If I do, let's see what's here. So if I'm right here, do left, Alt. Yeah, there we go. See that box there? That's going to be where the vehicles are going to be delivered. And then you do S. And then it should play a little sound, which I didn't hear. Oh, there it is. Yep. Okay, heard the sound. That indicates that has been set there. And of course, Alt S, everyone brings up the Seasons mod menus. So yes, that was conflicting with that. I wasn't able to get it to work until I removed the key binding there from... Oh, boy. There we go. From the Seasons mod there. I debated about changing the... Well, actually, you know what? I couldn't find the key binding here for the shop delivery mod. So I ended up just, like I said, removing the Seasons mod key binding there. Otherwise, I probably would have changed the shop delivery, but I couldn't find it in the list. And maybe it's there. I don't know, but... I couldn't find it, so... Not sure how many harvesters I bought here. Didn't realize I bought this many. And again, I started working on this field because I didn't think the cotton field would be ready to harvest yet. I want to do this field last. If everything goes according to plan, you folks will see why. But you'll have to wait until we get to that point to see why. My plan is to finish the cotton field, and then I want to clear that field out and move on to this field. And we'll probably, get rid of all the cotton harvesters, sell those. Otherwise, we're going to just have a lot of equipment on the map here. That's also why I started selling crops, because I had bought all the cotton harvesters. I spent most of our money on cotton harvesters, and it's like, oh crap! Now I want to buy harvesters, and I don't have much money, so that's why we started selling there too, by the way. If it would have gone the other way around, my plan initially, of course, was to finish the cotton field, buy the cotton harvesters. When we're done that, sell the cotton harvesters, and then, of course, use that money to buy regular combines. But it turns out that's how it's going to kind of work out here anyway. It's going to take me a minute here to get all these off here. Okay. I gotta say, it's really laggy over here for some reason. I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't have used these combines for this. Maybe I should have gone with the in-game one. I thought about doing that. Everyone's like, as much equipment as we're going to potentially have running here, maybe I should go in-game. But it's like, you know what? Come on now. We got to have a good S790 here. American style tracks. That may not have been the best choice, though. Like, fit quite a few combines here at this shop delivery mod, can't you? What do I got here? There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Room for 15 combines. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too shabby. We're going to get a header for one of these here. I just want to see once how far a combine will go with this field here. Going to determine on how I want to handle it with how many harvesters I want to handle it with. Haven't fully determined how I want to do this field yet. All I know is we want to get a couple of harvesters going on this field, and we're going to have to figure a few things out here, I figure. The biggest problem I'm probably going to run into this field here is Courseplay's limits. That's what I'm running into as far as what I would like to do here, by the way. So, yeah. For those, I've got an idea of what I'd like to do, but the only problem is Courseplay has some limits that are probably going to prevent me from doing what I want to do. So, I've either got to figure out a way around that or do something different. So, like I said, this is where the harvest test is going to come in handy here a minute. We're just going to throw, again, like I said, a header on one of these and just run it down the field real quick. See once how far he's going to make it. Okay, what do we got? 3 more? Oh boy, 3 more to get off the field here yet. Didn't realize I'd purchased it. When it came to time to purchase it, I just clicked it as fast as I could until it said I couldn't buy anymore. And it's like, okay, well, that's it, I guess. And I wouldn't mind trying the 60-foot headers on these, but I don't know if I trust Courseplay with that. So, again, we're probably going to stick with the little bit narrower head. In fact, speaking of narrow head, for those of you who watched the harvest there with the New Holland combine, we used the 40-foot head on that. I think that was, the biggest one in the game anyway, right? No, that's right. There's a 45-foot for that one, too. But we used the 40-foot non-towable one. Doesn't have, the built-in trailer to it. We used that one, of course, but did an excellent job with that with the New Holland combine. Again, when you're unloading with Courseplay and combines, it's kind of important that Courseplay has a little bit of space between it and the header there. And yeah, when you're using 45-foot draper head, it gets a little tight unless the combine you're running has a really long pipe, which these do have a really long pipe. In fact, I think it's one of the longest in the game as far as I know. Although the cloths in the case might be a close contender there. The cloths does have a fairly long pipe as well. Please wait, backing up. Okay, that took entirely longer than what I thought it would to move all of those. Let's go to the shop here and purchase a header. Just buy one header for now. That should be good. For one of these, let's see what's headers. I don't want to buy too much equipment right at this point because I want to get the cotton harvesters off the field. So I'm just going to buy one. Oh, delivery space is blocked. Oh, okay. Let's move the delivery space a little bit here then. Not sure where it puts the equipment. If I if I put the spot like right here, so Shift Alt S, and if I try buying this, does it put it right at the center or does it start one of the ends? I guess we'll find out here. Oh, perfect. It's almost right in front of us. Right where I want it, almost. Perfect. That's almost right where I want it. Just drag it this way just a little bit. There we go. So it lines up with the first one here. Need to unfold. It is unfolded, isn't it? Oh, it's got to fold the header out, or the ladder. Oh, okay. Okay, so we got soybeans on this field, by the way. I'm just going to throw a hired worker on this. I want to see how far a hired worker is going to make it down the field. And like I said, that's going to determine how I want to do this field. Again, like I said, I've got an idea. The only problem is I'm going to be limited by Courseplay, and I haven't thought of a way around that yet. Hired workers I don't think are going to be much help either because there's a hired worker limit. You can only hire so many hired workers. But, yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. And I'm not sure what happens when you hire the limit of hired workers, too. I mean, Giants obviously has a limit on the hired workers. I would presume there is a reason. I don't know what that reason is, but I would presume there's a reason. So, drastically exceeding that limit, does it cause a problem? I have no idea. No idea. Oh, look at all those cotton harvesters there. Probably waiting for... Oh, yeah. Now they got a longer turnaround. Now they're going to space out even more yet, aren't they? So that's probably what's happening there. Seems like further and further down the field to get, the further they get apart. Because if you look at these here, they're like, whoa, really far apart. So... This one back here is like a round and a half in. Wow. Round and a half in. And this one here is, I think, probably has one more round to go. I'm not sure if he's got to come down or come back. I'm not sure on that one. So he's either got one more round or two more rounds. I really don't know. I'll proceed to stop work unexpectedly. What? Already? Why did you stop? Ow. Wait, how do they get other crops in this field? It's the first time I've planted this field, isn't it? That's a little weird. Nice to see Giants hasn't fixed that yet. You know, Giants, if you're watching, fix your stupid game, would you? Please wait. I'm not sure how to get around this. We'll just have to keep going here until it's gone. Not sure what that is in there, but we got something in here that's in the way. Don't know where that came from. We good now? No, of course not. Okay. If you're not familiar with this problem, by the way, this is what happens when you have one little stalk of something else in the crop. The combine hits it and it shuts the entire operation down. And Giants is stupid for this problem. Oh, we good? We good? Okay, I think we're good. Don't know where that came from, but oh, there's more in there too. Yeah, that was great. And so bad, at least a hired worker will stop everyone, or if you're harvesting yourself, you'll know to stop because the combine will suddenly stop harvesting. Although on a multiplayer server, it can cause a problem because it'll keep harvesting, look like it's harvesting when it's actually not. And then, yeah, Courseplay does it. Courseplay will just keep going up and down the field regardless and not even do anything. It's just absolutely retarded. So, okay, anyway. He's back to harvesting again. Oh, we got to get this stuff off the field here, don't I? Okay. I mean, I don't think the combine's going to make it this far anyway, but regardless, these need to get off the field. That's right, got to remember that. I got all these tractors down here yet, too. Just a couple of 96 20 RXs. Might just need these, so that's why I'm hanging on to them here for the moment. And then also I've tried to like hang on to like one of everything that I've used on the map here. Somewhat anyway, I don't have quite everything, but there should be like one plow around here somewhere yet that we've been using. The one planter that has 26.5 hours on it. I don't know how much the tractor has. At least I think that's the planter's hours anyway. Doesn't seem to change regardless of what I'm on, so that could potentially be this tractor was attached to this planter, so they would both have the same amount of hours. That would make sense. Yay, I guess that's probably far enough off the field, I guess. See, we got some more dots here. What's up with that? Not sure. I guess we'll just have to keep an eye on it if the hired worker quits again. Like I said, I'm not sure where those crops would have come from because I think this is the first time I've harvested this field, I think. Because we bought that this spring in-game, plowed it. We actually made this into a field because it wasn't a field before. So, let's see, he's about 25%. Okay, so he's making about halfway down the field. That might potentially work. Yes, number 29 is 64. Let's check out, this is 12 of 60. Oh, he's got a bale in front. Try to get that out of the way. Come on, bale, get out of the way. There we go. Yeah, let's just check out some more of these here a minute. Hopefully none of the rest of them have bales in front of them. Don't know if that caused too much of an issue or not. Didn't seem to be bothering that one much, but try to avoid that if we can help it. I'm not sure where that one would have picked a bale up at. Must be maybe a bale that rolled in its way or just somehow just managed to clip it just right, pick it up. Yeah, who knows what Courseplay does sometimes, right? Yes, the actually the very first harvester on possibly the last row. And there might be one more row after this. Like I said, it gets to be like what I'm going to call a squeeze row at the end here. So once we get over here, it's going to be a bit problematic potentially. As it typically is either at the beginning or end of a Courseplay course, it seems like. Again, quite the lineup of harvesters right here. That still looks pretty cool yet. Apparently they've stayed within about 100 meters of each other from the looks of it. It's like, well, even number 37 looks like it's still rolling yet. How are we looking on wear on these, by the way? Shouldn't actually be too bad given the fact that, I mean, we've got quite a few harvesters, so they shouldn't be running really that many hours on them by the time we're all said and done. Not like we had last time where each one had like 24 hours on it. 16 harvesters. Took 16 harvesters, 24 hours. Or was it over 24? Something like that on this field. How are we looking over here yet? 42%. Yeah, about half done. About halfway on the field, probably. Okay. Going to have to think about how I want to handle that yet. That is the question. Well, anyway, I've been looking at time. I think it's a little bit early, but I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here because, yeah, I'm pretty much just going to let Courseplay do its thing here on this field. Hopefully, I don't know if we'll be quite finished with this next episode. We'll have to see once here how good of a job Courseplay does. We'll have to keep an eye on it here again once it gets to the end. I'm sure that's going to be a bit of a problem. So again, when you have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.